and welcome to Bub's World. This is Bub, your host. Today we're going to be going through a few vinyls that I picked up this weekend, and so I'm real excited. They had a vinyl haul or a vinyl sale at the Great Escape in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So there are a couple of other Great Escape locations, and I didn't obviously make it to any of those. No sense in that. But this one in Bowling Green, maybe a little about an hour from us or so. So we all went down there and had a big old time, and it was nice. They had lots of stuff lined up outside. They were calling it a sidewalk sale. So basically what they did was they took vinyl records, comics, and some movies like DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. Actually some cassettes too, which concerned me because I'm like, man, what are you doing with cassettes out in the sunlight? Because they were kind of like on the outer edge. But in any case, they brought a bunch of stuff out there, and it looked pretty cool. There's just a couple of guys with a table, and then all the stuff just lined out. And it was over an awning because there was a little bit of fear of rain. So it was over an awning, and it was right outside the store. So you could easily go get what you wanted and then go inside the store if you wanted to for additional discounts. They were having like 20% off on everything in the store. So that's not like specially marked already discounted or something like that. Hey, Chris Barrett's in the house. He says, you may be first, but I am currently somehow the number one ranked collector according to the Hunt ranking metrics. And I am the Hunt World Heavyweight Champion. I didn't know they were giving sizes now. Wait, vinyl records or glass records? Vinyl records, but I did pick up one record that was like, I don't know what it is, honestly. I'll just be honest. I don't think it's a shellac. It feels like clay. It's so heavy. It feels like clay. I don't really know what it is, but we're going to check that out here in a minute. So let's go ahead and get right to it. No, that's not, no record store day. No, I don't know. But congratulations on your newfound love. Good to have you, Joey Baggs and Chris Barrett. Let's go ahead and get started. Anybody watching the replay or catching, when we jump in, they'll just have to, figure out what's going on. So first off, they had some of these, and now these make me laugh a little bit just because 50 cents for everything outside, right? And that didn't matter if there were multiple discs. It was just 50 cents for every album outside. And so this first few I picked up because I thought it was hilarious that these had made it into the 50-cent bins. Sounds right. So right up we have Your Hit Parade from Time Life Music. Isn't that hilarious? 1940. And you say, what's hilarious about that? But if you guys don't remember these, and for those of you who do, we'll take you down memory lane for a minute. So these things were Time Life Music would have these infomercials of the evening, and they would try to sell you on these albums. So they would say, like, get your first album, and they would list the year of their first album. Get your first album for the introductory price of like $10 an album, right? And then they would say, well, then you get to audition future albums as they come out. So basically they would shoot you out this one for $10 plus shipping and handling, which was like $3 or $4. And then you'd have to wait and get another album, say maybe a few weeks later, a month or so. They send you another album with a different year. Okay. And then you had like, I think 10 days to return it. And if you didn't return it within 10 days, they'd go ahead and hit your credit card or checking account or send you a bill. Who knows back then for the difference. And the new albums were all $17 a piece plus shipping and handling. So, and of course they sent them out to you first. You'd have to send them back. And if you didn't send them back, then you had to pay. So they're kind of banking on the idea that people were too lazy to return stuff and to unsubscribe from this. $17 is a lot, I think, at that time. I mean, we're talking probably late 70s, early 80s, or, well, this might actually be I'd say it's late 70s, early 80s. So, but they're really neat little albums. Two discs per. It's got a bunch of songs on it, and it's got a nice little gatefold for all your gatefold needs. Check that out. Very cool. And let's see what the people are saying. And well, if you're facing you try facing man cave with no warning. Okay. I got you now. This is already sounding like a pyramid scheme I'm in. You're gonna pick up new album sets with comic books included. Was Costello? No, I've not come across any of those yet. So on this one, we'll go through these real quick because no, most people aren't going to care too much about these. So In the Mood, There I Go. We're not even going to go through some Glenn Miller, some Benny Goodman, some Bing Crosby, Connie Boswell, Artie Shaw and his orchestra, Blueberry Hill by Glenn Miller. That's not too bad. It wasn't bad. I listened to it. Pennsylvania 65000. I like that one. Body and Soul, Beat Me Daddy, 8 to the Bar. So that's a good one by Will Bradley and his orchestra. So a lot of fun stuff on these. Like I said, I won't go through the whole thing. So we got 1940 for 50 cents. So that's a quarter per disc. I don't know how you can beat that. You could maybe try, maybe with some better music on there. 1945. And here's my take on these. And it's just kind of simple. Look at that. Boom. That looks pretty good, I think. I mean, I love the way they look. They really look cool with a little jukebox flair on there. And this was 1945. Again, If I Loved You by Perry Como. I'm trying to pick out some that I recognize. Accentuate the Positive by Johnny Mercer, but I like the Perry Como version, so it's funny that they have that on there by him. A ton of Como stuff, but not one of his better songs, I think. So there you go. 1945. So what's funny about these to me is that they kind of, like, if you think about it, there's something like 40 hits or something, 2 discs, 40 hits. I mean, what are you going to do with that many songs? 24 hits from 1 year. Like, were there really 24 hits that 1 year? Like, I could see 24 hits from all of the 1940s, or 24 hits from all the 1950s for that matter, or even just 50 to 54, 55 to, to 59 maybe. But when I look at that and I'm thinking, wait a minute, all just 24 songs from 1 year, that's a lot of songs. I can't think that they're all hits. So is there a 41 to 44 or are the Warriors excluded? No, I think there is. I don't know. So in this case, I was just picking up what they had. Here's 1950. This one's a little rough. I don't know if it even plays. I hadn't got to it yet. Usually I like to play all these before you guys, before I do the haul, but in this case, I didn't really have time to play all of these with the double sets and everything. So, but we're getting to the good stuff. I just thought I'd show these off while people were trickling in. We got 1951. And again, 50 cents for each. It's hard not to pass that up. It's hard to pass that up for me, because even if it's just got a few songs, even if I only play it once, didn't I get my 50 cents worth? And if I don't want to house it, hey, I'll bring it back to them. They can give me a quarter. In 1952. There you go. Good stuff. All right. So those are those weird things. Let's see. Pegged him for more of a bottom of the pyramid kind of guy. Like, these guys are still going at it. All right. Oh, an off year. Yeah, I'm sure. All right. So let's get to the main part of the haul. Here, those were 50 cents a piece. So already what I spent, $2 and I was happy with that. $2.50. Here is Parade of Hits, a poppin'. So this is wild. So this is a 10-inch, but it is also a 33, not a 45. It's a 10-inch, so it's got like 8 songs on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And fine records needed be expensive, it says. Look at this. I'm just going to take it out because this thing is impressive. So here's the Parade of Hits here. Hits a Poppin' Orchestra. And it's really good. I mean, the sound quality on this is fantastic. This is like from 1950 something, 54 or something like that. So, I mean, to get that sound quality on there, and it's still, and this, I don't know, I'm going to try, see if you can hear this. It's not making a good sound, but let me tell you, this thing is so solid. Look how thick it is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is very, very solid. And it's like a clay material or something. I really don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't flex at all. And it says indestructible on it, or unbreakable. It says long playing, unbreakable. But it's definitely not as fragile as like a shellac. This is not a shellac. It's some kind of probably new age plastic or something, probably giving everybody cancer for 20 years. Who knows? Yes, you did. Yeah, you can probably cut granite with it. I agree. So, and this had Secret Love, Make Love to Me, From the Vine Came the Grape, Till Then, Till We Two Are One, The Jones Boy, Somebody Bad Stole the Wedding Bell. You catch that? Somebody Bad Stole the Wedding Bell. And I Get So Lonely. So very cool stuff. And it sounds, I mean, the audio quality is amazing. I would say with that thick material, it was tough to scratch it. All right, let's get to that's Bakelite. Okay, if you say so. Sounds right to me. Here's Grand Funk Railroad with E Pluribus Funk, 1972. Look at this with the big coin. Hopefully that shows somewhat on camera. Kind of hard to catch it. So, and here's the back. Very cool. And just a standard black record. So nothing's crazy about that. And on the side one, it's got foot stomping music, probably one of their better songs. People, Let's Stop the War, Upsetter, I Come Tumbling. And on side two, you have Save the Land, No Lies, and Loneliness. So pretty cool. The only thing about this album, like this is kind of more of an album type review, right? Is that it was very political. So it kind of was a little much. Like I can take one or two political songs, but every song was, it was a bit much. It was a bit heavy handed. So appreciate that, Joey Bags. All right. Next we got Super Soul. So this is kind of what I expected. And I'm picking up that Grand Funk Railroad for 50 cents. I mean, you can't go wrong there, but this is kind of what I expected to find. Stuff like this and stuff like the Time Life stuff is pretty cool. So Super Soul with Chuck Jackson singing I Wake Up Crying and Beg Me. Solomon Burke with If You Need Me, You're Good For Me. Tommy Hunt with Human and I Am a Witness. Otis Redding with Pain in My Heart and These Arms of Mine. Timmy Shaw with Gonna Send You and Back to Georgia. Wilson Pickett with If You Need Me and Baby Don't Weep. Roscoe Robinson with That's Enough and A Thousand Rivers. Brenton Wood with Hideaway. JJ Barnes as Just One More Time. And Bobby Hebb with I Love Mary. Look at that. Kind of simple on the back there. Super Soul. It was pretty good. This album, I wasn't like super shocked. I was hoping it would be good, but I was impressed with it. For 50 cents, man, I was super jazzed. I have different issues with that Funk on like square version. Nope, that was it. Just a round coin. If you want a shiny necklace, Grand Funk album will do. I got a big chain go across my neck, all Superfly style. Then I picked up this Rod Stewart with Footloose and Fancy Free. I think Rod's wearing a little extra guy liner on this one. Here's the back end of it. You like that? And so on this one, we have Hot Legs on side one, and you have You're Insane, You're in My Heart. So Hot Legs and You're in My Heart, probably the two big songs off this album. Born Loose. And on side two, it has You Keep Me Hanging On, which is, of course, a cover. It's okay. If Losing You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. And You Got a Nerve. And I Was Only Joking. So there's Footloose and Fancy Free from Rod Stewart. 50 cents. I'll keep saying that because, hey, if you're like, why would you get that? But 50 cents. Next, we got Disco Dynamite. Original stars, 20 original hits. These are so much fun. These little K-Tel records. They're like, DJ, pre-mix DJ mixes. It goes on forever. It's got 20 songs and they only play like 2 minutes from each song. So it just goes right into the next one. It's a lot of fun to listen to, and just set it and forget it and play from 1976, Disco Dynamite. We'll go through them real quick. There's the back end there. And this one is side one. You got Disco Duck. You got by Rick Dees and his cast of idiots. Get Up and Boogie by Silver Connection. More by Andrea True Connection. Disco Lady by Johnny Taylor. That's the Way I Like It by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Nice and Nasty by Sal Soul Orchestra. Do It Till You're Satisfied by BT Express. Full-Time Thing Between Dusk and Dawn by Whirlwind. Young Hearts Run Free by Candy Staten. And The Best Disco in Town by the Ritchie Family. Then on side 2, you got Shake, Shake, Shake. Shake Your Booty by Casey and the Sunshine Band. And then A Fifth of Beethoven, probably my favorite, by Walter Murphy and the Big Apple Band. Then Turn the Beat Around by Vicky Sue Robinson. I Love Music by the OJs. Get Down Tonight by Casey and the Sunshine Band. Babyface, The Wing and a Prayer, Fire and Drum Corps, whatever. I Got Your Love by Stradivarius. That's get that on live. Then you got Venus by Frankie Avalon. Get Dancing by Discotex and the Sexolettes. And Bad Luck by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. So there you go. Disco Dynamite, 20 original hits. Nothing special about the jacket. Standard black vinyl with a cool little K-Tel. And it plays pretty good. You know, I've had some of the other ones be a little rough, but this one actually was pretty solid. Next up, we got Foreigner with, don't know the name of this album. What about that? Is it just self-titled? Could just be self-titled. Let's check out the, yep. I'm gonna guess this is self-titled. You guys tell me if it's wrong. Right, that's all I see is Foreigner. Side 1, Feels Like the very first time. Cold as Ice, Star Rider, Head Knocker, and The Damage Is Done. And on side 2, Long, Long Way From Home, Woman Oh Woman, At War with the World, Fool for You Anyway, and I Need You. So the first 2 songs there, Feels Like the First Time and Cold as Ice. Obviously chart toppers there. So good stuff. Let's see. So expanding our Foreigner collection, every chance we get, we also picked up Double Vision for 50 cents. Yes, you heard right, for 50 cents. Disco Duck was great. Yep, there you go. Chris Barrett says it is self-titled. I thought so. It looked like it. Look at this, Double Vision. That's right. Double Vision. And of course, here's the back end. Look at that. Oh man, I was super psyched to see this. That's right. For 50 cents. Look at that. Looking good. Solid. And of course, we have Back Where You Belong, Blue Morning, Blue Day, Double Vision, Hot Blooded, I've Waited So Long, Lonely, Love Has Taken Its Toll, Spellbinder, Instrumental, Tremontane. We'll go with that. And You're All I Am. I mean, this album is straight fire. There's not a bad song on here. It is all good. If you guys have a chance to get this, pick it up. It's fantastic. Double Vision by Foreigner. It's a classic. I didn't expect to see classic albums. And I got there about 45 minutes after it started. I tried to get there on time, but I had the whole family. We were all going together. It just didn't happen. I didn't want to rush them because I want them to have kind of a good time too, you know. So, yeah, but did they you get any RSV? We'll see. Next up, you can call it a cover by, but this guy made some of the best game show music ever made, and that is Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. Look at that. Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass. Check that cover out. We're going to give you a close-up of that one for your viewing pleasure. Look at that. It said whipped cream and other delights. That's fantastic. All right. Whipped cream and other delights. On side 1, it has A Taste of Honey, Green Peppers, Tangerine, Bittersweet Samba, Lemon Tree, and Whipped Cream. And on side 2, you have Love Potion number 9. El Garbanzo, Ladyfingers, Butterball, Peanuts, and Lollipops and Roses. So this one, I mean, oh yeah, it's good too. And I love that kind of lounge music, 60s lounge music. Just great stuff. You can't lose unless you just never play it. So good. So thank you, Herb Alpert, for one of the best album covers ever done. Let's see. Classic cover. That could be for Double Vision. I don't know. Are you talking about Herb Alpert? There you go. I mean, after Foreigner, it's all downhill. What do you mean? You don't like that? Augur shouldn't be watching this. Yeah, that may be true. I'm not going to lie. Ever since I've become, oh, goodness. I believe that. All right. So then we got Golden Goodies, Volume 14. Here's some more. This is more what I expect to find in 50 Cent bin, right? And we won't even go through all this here. Volume 14. Okay. So Earth Angel, The Penguins, or we'll just go about Earth Angel, Love Me Forever, Love's Burning Fire, Boney Maroney, Lottie Miss Claudie, Let's Start It All Over Again. And then on side 2, Kading Dong, Pretty Little Girl, Heaven and Paradise, Long Tall Sally by Little Richard, and The Reason by the Fine Channel, and Alone by the Sheps. So it is what it is. It sounded pretty good and it played well. So, there it is. There's that. And the inside is nothing special, just standard. And it's got a nice little Roulette Records label. So there you go. Hey, for 50 cents, I did pretty good. Here's another one I was happy with, although I do have a gripe. So here's 24 Superstar Hits stamped in gold, double LP set for 50 cents. We'll just keep saying that. Look at that. Gold certified. This is certified gold. There's the back end that. What's nickname for Chris? You guys. All right, so here we go. On record 1, side 1, we got I'm All Right by Kenny Loggins. And there's my gripe. It's a live version of I'm All Right by Kenny Loggins. And it's the only live version on their entire 2-album set. That just made me mad. Because if that hadn't been that way, I would have been 100%. But I hate when they sneak in a live version of something and don't say live or recorded at or anything like that. They just sneak it in. That drives me crazy. So, but I'm All Right by Kenny Loggins. Living Inside Myself by Gino Vanelli. United Together by Aretha Franklin. Precious to Me by Phil Seymour. Ain't Even Done with the Night by John Cougar. John Cougar Mellencamp? Probably. Don't Stand So Close to Me by The Police. And on side 2, we have The Tide is High by Blondie. Still Right Here in My Heart by Pure Prairie League. Heart of the Night by Poco. You're the Only Woman by Ambrosia. Whip It by Devo. And Shut Up in Your Face by Joe Dulce. So I don't know. That one's rough. Let's see. Let's see what these people. What's going on here? All right, Ric Flair Lifestyle. Just skip the song. I know. I'll just skip the first songs. Likes the Alan Parsons Project. Comic Kid 84 says this is false advertising. I thought you bunch of 50 Cent with rappers vinyls. Oh my goodness. So sad. On record 2, we got All Out of Love by Air Supply, Together by Tierra, It's Time to Party Now by Ray Parker Jr. and Radio. Remember Ray Parker Jr.? He's the guy that did Ghostbusters theme. And then Never Knew Love Like This Before by Stephanie Mills. Hold On Loosely by 38 Special, who we saw in concert a few weeks ago, which was fantastic. Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pet Benatar. Brass in My Pocket, I'm Special. So Special by Pretenders. I Want to Be Your Lover by Prince. Into the Night by Benny Mardones. Hot Rod Hearts by Debbie Dupree. Games People Play by the Alan Parsons Project. And I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss. That's pretty solid. I mean, for 50 cents, this is pretty solid. I have to say. I was very, very pleased with that one. Except for that first song, which was a live version. I just hate when they sneak in the live versions. I'd rather than just give it to me straight, Man, we got this for 50 cents. And you said after Foreigner it was all downhill. I present to you Eric Clapton with Slow Hand. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? And let's check out the interior of the gatefold. Now, again, I'm not big on these vanity gatefolds. That's what I call them whenever there's actually only one disc. But, I mean, for Eric Clapton, we'll give him a heck of a pass on that. Now, I can only assume that it was 50 cents because the jacket is absolutely destroyed. I mean, it is rough. It's still there. You can still tell what's going on, but it's a rough one. The disc itself is normal and not in terrible condition. I mean, it's playable. It was a little bit noisy, but it worked out okay. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. Oh, that well worth 50 cents. Absolutely. Oh, he's talking about the other Foreigner album. So after that album, they went downhill. Gotcha. So there you go. And so on side one, you've got Cocaine. She don't like cocaine. Wonderful Tonight, which is fantastic. Lay Down Sally. And Next Time You See Her. And We're All the Way. On side two, we have The Core. May You Never. Mean Old Frisco. And Peaches and Diesel. So there you go. Good stuff. We didn't get any REO in this haul, but we got RSO. I mean, that's a label. So you got something there, buddy. Good stuff. Eric Clapton for 50 cents. I mean, come on. If one of the songs played, it was worth it. So now this one's a repeat, so I didn't put it in the montage, but here we go. We got Rod Stewart. Blondes Have More Fun, because I love this album. And the other one I got, the jacket was real messed up. This one's not perfect on the back, but the front looks really good. And the side is really good. And I haven't played the album yet, but I think it's better. There's more Rod Stewart action there. And I think it's better than the other one that I had. So we'll see. But we'll go through it. Blondes Have More Fun. Ain't That a Bit, or Ain't Love a Bitch. Fast Summer. Is That the Thanks I Get? The Best Days of My Life. Do You Think I'm Sexy? Dirty Weekend. Attractive Female Wanted. Standing in the Shadows of Love. And Scared and Scared, I think it says. It's hard to read. So you beat Man Cave for the World. He's still tighten his adventures in the hunts. Slow Hand's great album. I've listened to that a ton. It is fantastic. Beautiful Tonight was in Slow Hand. It was. I think. Yeah, it was. I just said it. All right. Oh, I said Wonderful Tonight. What, isn't that it? Yeah, Wonderful Tonight. Yeah, Wonderful Tonight, Beautiful Tonight, whatever. It's Wonderful Tonight, actually. All right. So that was the 50 cents haul. So I went inside and got some good deals on the 20% off, which was everything in the store. And I picked up The Stranger by Billy Joel. I was missing this one from my collection. I'm still missing a few more, but I hope to get them all. And just probably his best album. I don't know. It's tough, but it's just fantastic. But probably some of the best kind of pure Billy Joel stuff. So we got Moving Out, Anthony's song, The Stranger, Just the Way You Are, and Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Then on side two, you have Vienna, Only the Good Die Young, She's Always a Woman, Get It Right the First Time, and Everybody Has a Dream. I mean, this album really is probably his best album. It's tough. It's hard because, I've listened to so many of them and I know them all pretty much by heart. So it's hard to pick a favorite, but that one, you can't do without that one. If you like Billy Joel, then you probably love that album. So there you go. All right, let's see. You guys are still talking crazy stuff. Nice Cigar Stranger in my vinyl collection too. Nice, Kenny. Good stuff. I mean, it's just a solid album. So if all you people who don't buy any albums that were released after 1978 want to leave the room, you're welcome to. But I'm not gonna, because I picked up the Black Keys, Thick Freakness, and that price is correct. It was $12. You can't buy this album for like $75, let alone $12. And it was absolutely in perfect condition. Still got the shrink wrap on it and everything. $12, and that was before the 20% off. So what? Early tonight? Yeah, we're early tonight. I gotta work out in the morning, man. I gotta get back on track. So I'm going to get up early in the morning and work out. So I thought I'd sneak this haul in a little early. So on side one, you got Thick Freakness. Actually, I don't know what side's on what, so we'll just go through them all. Thick Freakness, Hard Row, Set You Free, Midnight in Her Eyes, Have Love Will Travel, Hurt Like Mine, Everywhere I Go, No Trust, If You See Me, and Hold Me in Your Arms, and I Cry Alone. So fantastic stuff. Let's see. Yes, it's true. I did. I broke down because there's just certain albums. And I mean, if you can pick up an album for a quarter of what it sells for otherwise, it's just hard. It's just hard to pass it up. I mean, I know it's $12 after, the $2 off or whatever. It was $10 and tax, but man, I super pleased. If I had found this anywhere for that price, I'd have bought it. And to get it in such fantastic condition, I just couldn't turn it down. And then I want to show you the inside of that one, actually, because they did do a little bit of little something. It's blank on one side. On the other side, it does have the black keys here with all the thanks and everything. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad they did something because, like, I have one, I think the Delta Cream album that I had picked up a few weeks back, or about a month ago, it just had like blank interior. It had nothing going on. And Leonard Cohen, not today. Sorry, CB. All right. So here's the last album. So you can turn off after this if you want. But I got Brothers by the Black Keys. It says, hey, what's up, Jamie? It says, this is an album by the Black Keys. The name of this album is Brothers. And they keep that shtick going throughout the entire album. It's fantastic. This one was $17.99. So $18 for a used album. That's hard to do, but you can't find this album anywhere. I mean, good luck. I've looked, and I'm not going to claim to be the biggest vinyl hunter ever, but I mean, I have looked, and this album just doesn't come up for sale. And when it does, they want $100, and I'm not paying $100. I'm sorry. I'm not paying it. But $18 and then 20% off. I felt good about that. And it says on the back, these are the names of the songs on this album, and these are the guys in the band. So very cool. So, and this is probably, I would say it's their best album, save maybe for El Camino, which I don't have, but this is probably their best album. It says Everlasting Light, number one, Everlasting Light, then Next Girl, Tighten Up, Howlin' for You, She's Long Gone, Black Mud, The Only One, Too Afraid to Lose You, 10 Cent Pistol, Sinister Kid, The Go-Getter, I'm Not the One, Unknown Brother, Never Gonna Give You Up, and These Days. And this is not the biggest vinyl hunter. I try. I mean, I'm trying. All I mean to say is that I really don't like buying online unless it's a brand new album. So for used albums, I try to buy them in person. It's just more fun. But for new albums, I'll buy those online. So that kind of changes what what I pick up. And I think if you're a real vinyl hunter or any kind of hunter, then you never discount anything. You go all out, you shop everywhere. You don't care where it is. You spend all day. I have too many other hobbies for that to dedicate all to only hunting vinyl. I want to hunt comics and other things. So, hey, what's going on? Sunday night? What the what? Yes, it's been every Sunday night for weeks, man. Where you been? I go to Goodwill now and then for albums. That's good. I like that. Let's see. All right. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you. So this album's fantastic. And they did do the courtesy. There's not really any jacket stuff going on, but there is a poster, and it actually includes the poster. And I'm not going to drag it out for you guys. It's not worth damaging it, honestly. But it did include the poster. I'll just show it real quick. And it's a very simple poster with them basically just playing music. And it says, this is the poster. So there you go. Very, very cool. Super psyched to have this and to get it for really under, I get it like $15. And this album, I mean, it's $100 album all day used. So very, very lucky to have that. So that's my haul. Good to see you, Jambo. Let's see. Yep. Yep. And then, yeah, well, that's true. Technically, it is Monday mornings, but I got to work out tomorrow. I got to get some rest tonight. Got to change my schedule up a little bit because I just keep sleeping through my workout time because I'm up playing with comics and vinyl records and video games. And, you know, I play too much. I play so hard. I don't have time to do what I need to do for myself so I can stay healthy and keep playing. That's it. That's the idea. So we'll go through the albums real quick in reverse. We got Brothers by the Black Keys, probably the biggest score of the day. We got Thick Freakness by the Black Keys, second biggest score of the day. We got Billy Joel's The Stranger. We got Eric Clapton, Slow Hand, which is probably the biggest for 50 cents. This was the biggest deal as far as that goes. Just do farm work. Yeah, I bet. We had Rod Stewart, Blondes Have More Fun. This was a replacement album to one I already had because I think it might be in better shape. But for 50 cents, I wasn't going to take a chance. Just go ahead and buy it. We've got Certified Gold 2 LP set with a lot of great songs and that one stinker Kenny Loggins live version. Golden Oldies, Volume 14. We got Herb Alpert's Tijuana Brass, Whipped Cream, and Other Delights. And we're just going to go ahead and show this up close again because why wouldn't you? It's fantastic. We got some Foreigner with Double Vision. And we have some Foreigner with Foreigner? Yeah, we're going to go with that. Foreigner by Foreigner. Like it's great. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. For 50 cents, Jambo. Can you believe that? And we got Disco Dynamite, 20 original hits. Good stuff. We got Rod Stewart with Footloose and Fancy Free. We got Super Soul, just a soul compilation with some good stuff. We got Grand Funk Railroad with the E Pluribus Funk album. Look at that. Let's see. Shaving Cream, but probably said that already. Oh, yeah, we did. You show me things like that. Whipped cream and peanut butter. Oh, my goodness. You guys. All right. And then we got this weird one that forget what he said. You can go scroll up in the chat. I think he said it was Bub'Site or something like that. So old, super hard record. I mean, this thing feels like a dinner plate. So, and then we had this collection of Time Life hits, Time Life music, Your Hit Parade from 1952, 51, 50. This is like picking up Encyclopedia Britannicas at a yard sale. 45. It's like, do I even want to complete the set? Is that something I'm after? At 1940. So there you go, everybody. I hope y'all appreciated that. I mean, shoot, man. We spent a little bit of money, but not as much as we should have to get all the great stuff we got. It's a granted album. Just might be. All right. So let's see. I have those hit parades on CD. Yeah. So the CDs were like $10 a piece, not at the sale, but when they originally came out, you know, the albums were $10 introductory, and then they hit you up for $17 a piece after that. At least the CDs, they're only hitting you up for like 10 or $11 after that. Once they transition to the later years, whatever. I hope you didn't lose the whole bank on that hit parade. They were calling it a pyramid scheme earlier. So yeah, that Time Life stuff's just a little piece of history there. The infomercial music, just something, you know, you can't go without. Oh, good deal. Got them all used. So maybe I'll pick up a few more. Actually, the record quality was quite impressive on those. So I have to say that. All right. So we're going to leave you now. Thank you all for joining me. It's been fun. You know, record vinyl hauls is kind of what we're doing on Sunday nights, but I don't feel like I have enough space to keep doing this. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We're going to have to calm it down. We can't be picking up 15 vinyls every weekend. That's just too much. So we'll see how that goes. So here we'll leave you with Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. You knew this was going to be the album that I left you with. So remember to, let's see, just play a record. And, you know, here's what I'm going to say. I know I say on the comic side, I always say to to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. But that was born out of truth. I got tired of people apologizing for the glare and not reading their comics, both. But as far as this goes, I'm going to say this, and this is because this goes against what every other vinyl channel says, right? Play a record. It won't destroy it. There you go. It will not destroy your records. Go ahead and play one. All right. We'll catch you next time on Bub's World. Thank you and good night.